shout out to Dope Nation, man. New music. And we're just talking about how, you know, every song they release is a banger. They don't release as many,
Exactly.
but whenever they release,
it's
fire, man.
Banger, banger, banger. Jason, you also have to release a song soon. For me, you have to title it Yaa Bitha.
I was about to release one for you, but obviously, because what he does is I'm releasing it for her.
Excuse me.
I mean,
Jason.
I was going to release yours after.
It's
because you saved the best for last.
It's over, Charlie.
Anyways, on that note, it's time for Lifestyle Daily. Trying to switch up. What's happening?
I mean, guys, you're still tuned into the AM Club on MX24 TV. If you're not watching us on your televisions, I mean, what are you doing? You can also visit all our social media platforms at MX24GH so that you can catch up with what is happening in the studios here. Now today, we'll be hosting somebody. He went viral last year, and it started his career in music. So we're looking forward to having a conversation with him. But before he comes in, we're going to have a conversation today. And I've got Edmund here and Afi Nuna here. Jason.
You can say you got your darling too here.
Jason, please.
Oh, man.
We're going to delve into a conversation about some of the things that have happened in the course of the year.
Wow.
Yes, we're already in August. Can you believe it? It seems like 3 days ago when we entered 2024.
Yeah.
And a lot of things have happened in the course of the year. From our Guinness World Record, I don't know why everybody's laughing. Why is everybody laughing? From the Guinness World Record Buha to Chef Smith's cookathon fiasco, medical and fella, Kofi Gab's Holland passport versus the PhD conversation, and the Ghana Music Awards, Kim Promise versus Stone Boy.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. But
let's start we're going to do this.
Well, I actually...
Wow.
This one is a test.
Well, yeah, especially for me and him.
Oh my God, JC, everything is not a test.
Yeah. I mean, after waiting 47 minutes to write my paper, you can imagine.
Jesus.
Broke a record.
But you know, we're starting with the Guinness World Record brouhaha. And I'm just going to say this from the start. What is with Africans and getting to know somebody has uncovered something and everybody jumps on it and makes it a trend? And then it gets to a point now, the people themselves are saying, it's okay, we are tired. Close the categories.
Yeah. I think with that, Nigeria, what's her name?
Hilda Bassi.
Yeah.
Hilda Bassi.
I mean, Guinness World Records were always there. You know, she didn't start it, you know. But what she did, you know, like we're saying, amplified. People were like, oh. So people were looking, I think, more at the benefits and the amplification of being a part of it more than actually just breaking the record.
Breaking the record.
That's why I think it's like been a whole cluster of everybody's doing it. So, oh, if I do this, because if you actually look at it, a lot of people who haven't broken the records have gained that recognition they were looking for. So if I look at it like that, it's like, okay, yeah, if I do this.
See, that was what I was going to say. Like, Afi, do you think that many of the time the people that decided to break these records just did it because of the recognition? Like, you don't even have to break the record, just do anything and then Ghanaians will support you.
Okay, so what I realized, especially with Ifwa Santua, she said she has a good voice, but then I like the reaction.
Comment.
So she said she has a good voice, so she thinks she has a good voice, so she feels, oh, I can do it. We saw the challenges she faced and everything. Even after she finished the attempt, when she was signing, she writes an Guinness World Record contender. She said, recognition.
I think it's even on her
And that's
Instagram.
not a lie. Let's be very clear.
It's even on her
It is not a
Instagram
lie to write
page.
and that Guinness World Record contender.
Oh, Lord.
It is not a lie.
But you...
That's the thing. No, she contested.
But she's a contender.
Yeah, so that is not a lie. Let's be very clear.
Okay,
In as much as you may agree with it or not.
categories that I'll give you. It's all right. Yaa Bitha, Guinness World Record contender.
I mean, what would you go for?
Danceathon or talkathon?
The
but
longest gum to chew.
That's actually something you can do. You see,
just be
we're
chewing gum.
focusing on too many elaborate things, gather people, the jamboree.
No, but you see, that is where the recognition comes from.
Exactly.
If people are not
nobody
gathering,
knows.
Because we've seen someone go hug trees.
No, but the thing is
true.
evidence. Evidence can
Yeah,
be from
you
one
see
point.
the
I don't know. I'm sure the prerequisites. There are certain standards you have to follow.
And you see, I also feel like one thing about, okay, now I'm going to limit it to Ghana. It looks as if anybody, well, I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. It looks as if everybody that has tried something, some category in the Guinness World Record, didn't fully read the rules.
The rules, yeah.
They stay breaking the rules. From Efua Santue's own to
Fila.
Chef Smith, Chef Fila, they're telling you, don't stop, and you will stop, then you'll be singing.
Then you'll be
and
dancing.
You're not finished, you've already started dancing. Do you get?
I think they looked at, let's use Hilda for example.
Yeah.
I think Chef Fila looked at Hilda to do her cookathon, because when you look at Hilda, it got to a point when they were trying to cheer her up, she was dancing a bit.
But do you realize, you see, one thing people
was
don't realize
time-
is, when Hilda was cooking, you realize that even when she's tired, she still has her hands in the pot.
In the pot.
Even when she's dancing, she has her hands stirring. So that thing just, you will stir, because at no point until you are going for your break, you cannot stop. Do you get? Is it that you are cutting something, like do something that's showing that you're cooking.
Yeah.
So even if you're looking at another person to do this, you still need to be able, but if people will stop, then you'll be holding flag.
Yeah.
At what point?
When they are
I mean,
dancing.
And
like,
then they are dancing.
the thing is, you know, when you look at it from like a holistic point of view, the thing is, it takes nothing away. All these things we're talking about take nothing away from the Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
Because there are thousands and thousands of attempts we haven't even heard of.
Even-
There's even one where a guy was assembling a set of Lego and how quick he could assemble
could
it.
assemble it.
That is a record.
Yeah.
But the problem is, for who was not doing it based of the fact that he truly wants to break a record, for those who actually following want to break a record. Because now it's like, if somebody wants to actually, it's like, oh, okay, we've seen this before.
You
So
want
it
to
takes nothing away from them. And actually, I think, for those who are in charge, we're like, this is big for us, because now
Yeah.
Africa
Okay,
is paying
really,
attention
one thing
more.
that I was really grateful
Right?
for during Ifua's own is during December, I passed by, I didn't want to go there, and then I got dragged there. And I appreciate the number of Ghanaians that
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, yeah,
the cars packed there, the crowd there. Hey, if you don't take time, somebody will even step on you. And everybody was kind of like cheering. So I feel like a lot of people were doing that. It's the hope that
Edmund was trying to break one, but now he's like contemplating.
No, you see, I'm not contemplating. Sometimes the records are given to you even without trying. You look at sports, the fastest person on earth, he ran a certain distance in a certain time. It was given to him. He did not write to them.
Yes.
They gave it to him. They've given Ronaldo a couple of records for jumping higher than normal. It's given to, it can be given to you. But if you constantly want to be overly elaborate, cooking, dancing, you will get...
Working.
There's that one as well. Okay, no problem. It's working. You'll get tired. But
honestly,
other ones, not to catch you, but other ones like quickest drone. We've seen that happen.
Yeah.
A drone racing a Formula One car and going faster than the Formula One car. We've seen that happen. We've seen Messi being given some awards. We've seen basketball players earning rights to get some records, shots being thrown from certain distances. But I feel we were looking at things that were a little bit, all out there.
Yeah.
We are looking for, like you said, the recognition.
Exactly, the recognition, the
come on.
financial thing that you're going to get out of it. Because I was told that if you're able to convince your sponsors to sponsor you, it's a lot of money they pump into.
So at this point, how do we know? Like, how do you actually know
some
somebody
of them,
wants
some
to
of
break
them
a
are
record?
quite visible. Like
Really?
you see the sponsors. Yes. Look, if Donum's own like this, Chef Faila's own like this, the sponsors themselves were posting about it.
Look at
You
Chef
get-
Smith's own like this. They That's everybody. Is the truth. Because Chef Smith came to his sponsors. He convinced them that he was doing this. Apparently,
Your man not even right to Guinness World Record though.
You see,
Like he didn't even started the thing off of his own. He and his
Why
friends
didn't
sat
he
down.
though?
unless we ask
Because it
him.
would have been like a benefit.
Because
I've seen the apology, he had the interview with Sewa.
And the
I saw the
crying.
apology, I saw the crying. But in my mind, I'm like, if you're actually able to get these sponsors, why didn't you actually just...
Exactly.
Go ahead
What does it
and-
take away
Yeah.
from you? To
But you
just-
know one thing, I was speaking to the DJ that I'm sure somebody's going to remind me. He was trying to stand for longest.
The longest DJ.
I was playing as a DJ.
DJ Sam.
Yes, DJ Sam. Thank you very much. Now he was saying they actually have to give you a date.
Yes.
So I think you applied and they tell you, okay, you can go in 3 weeks or 3 months.
Yes.
So maybe he couldn't meet all the criteria and was like, Charlie, let's just.
Your man didn't even bother.
He didn't even attempt to. He said when he realized the heat of the tone, he said, okay.
And that's what I was saying. Like, how do you now actually know if somebody wants to break it?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know?
You see, that's the disadvantage of this thing, because now if anybody says they want to do any whatever thorn, nobody is going to take them serious.
Here,
They're just
do you
going
guys
to
think
assume that they've not even written
there's lost,
to Guinness
or
World.
lost some allure to
and
it?
Guinness World Record posted on their social media pages that now the cookathon, they've even closed that category.
I think they should give him that certificate for his
for
attempting for them to
closing
close it.
Because it was getting a little too much. Look, there was a guy that said he was going to do stand-at-on. Your man stood for 4 hours and said he can't do it again.
And apparently he also did not follow.
Yes.
Like,
your man packed up his things and said he's tired, he's going.
So like you said, that some people don't necessarily apply. Maybe that's what they were thinking. Like, if I do it and
then they see
there's
it.
eyeballs,
Okay.
they see it,
They see-
they might give
They
me
don't,
award.
and people don't, you see, and that's why I like what you mentioned before. They don't realize that you can even do it without necessarily writing to Guinness World Record. If you indeed want to make some change in the world, just do it without the... It's like the recognition thing has gotten into our head so much. Every little thing. Look, yesterday I was in an Uber, right? And then the Uber driver was telling me a story about where he works. He says their chief driver, before he was a driver, and now they want to promote him to chief driver. Only for HR to come back to them and tell them that the guy they want to promote to chief driver has gone to speak to a media house to come and cover it for him. And I'm like, the owner of the company,
Wow.
the owner of the company has not asked media house to come and cover it. They are moving you from driver to chief driver. Then if they make you HR or something, what would they do?
I think this speaks to a larger conversation. J. Cole was speaking in an interview not too long ago, and he said, in like 80 or 100 years, there's not going to be, like, everybody's going to be a celebrity, right? And it sparked, the conversation, like broader conversation of what is celebrity? Now, not to take away from anyone who's good at anything, doing what they do, how they know how to do it, but what is celebrity? What do we celebrate as a people, as a society? Is it social media? Is it for the fact that you can do something to get recognition? Is it for the fact that you can call a media house, to come and say, oh, I'm doing this? Let the world know. And that's what I was asking. Do you guys think a lot of allure has been lost when it comes to fame and celebrity and recognition?
Yes, honestly.
Like, what is it now?
I feel, gone were the days where there were a specific set of people that when you see them, you know that these people are celebrities. These are people that you could emulate. These are people that you can look up to. They are your role models. But nowadays, somebody has 1 million followers on TikTok and we call them celebrities. It has lost that appeal. You get it? It has lost that appeal.
Two sides of the coin. Somebody say, oh, it's good for people. People are finding an avenue, but the
that's where the emulation and the role modeling part comes in. You call somebody a celebrity, then they're standing somewhere in public, then they'll be shouting.
This was very specific. Yeah.
Then they'll be shouting. Because tell me why I started at Superman and you're shouting.
What? She's giving locations now.
This shade, we know the owner.
Yes.
Yeah, we know the owner.
Why is that Superman and you're shouting?
Yeah, I'm not here.
And they're calling you celebrity. They should take that title out.
No, but it comes down to what we now define as a celebrity, or who we define as a celebrity. For me, I think if we are actually supposed to define the word celebrity, there's no celebrity in Ghana. Mark me on this word.
Jesse, you're not a celebrity.
Let's
No, I never thought I'm a celebrity. So I'm not even part of the box. But that's a bit heavy.
No.
Like,
No. I'm being very factual.
Guys, let's go.
Look at the weight of the word celebrity. Look at the people we call celebrities in Ghana. At most, they are public figures. Yes. So there's that category as well. Public figures. We have influencers as a subcategory of public figures. So celebrity status in Ghana, I'm sorry, I don't think we have any.
Are you looking at it more from an emotional point of view, in terms of the emotional connection we have to them, or the numerical, in terms of their numbers and people that know them?
I'm
What do you
looking. I'm not even looking at it from any of the two because in Ghana we don't have numbers. Number one. Number two, emotionally we connect with anyone who does something which we can resonate with. But for a celebrity, you need to actually have some form of impact.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention anybody's name.
Mention.
Oh no. I don't want to mention.
I mean,
No, I don't want to mention anybody's name. At most, people are public figures, yes, but are they celebrities?
Celebrity, someone who is celebrated, right?
Yes.
Someone who is celebrated and has
Said
had
no, I think there are
impact.
celebrities in Ghana.
No,
But you see
if
the
you
thing,
if you want to look at it from your own definition, relatively, if you bring the word relatively into the conversation, then you have celebrities in Ghana. But if you take away the word relative,
That's heavy.
we
you
don't
know?
have
I
celebrities.
think there are celebrities.
Okay, so if we're going into Hollywood,
Yeah.
who are the celebrities you know in
If-
Hollywood?
Thank you very much for your question. Now, if you look at Hollywood, look at Will Smith.
Okay.
Is he a celebrity? I'm not even speaking about what happened the last time he was on a stage or something. No. Is Will Smith a celebrity?
Yes.
Yes. Solid. We need more examples?
Yes,
Let's
give
go.
me.
Okay, let's go into it. Samuel L. Jackson.
Ooh, I love that guy.
Have you seen him before?
No, but I love him.
Thank you.
Oh, but I think we have celebrities in Ghana.
Who is the
Maybe
who,
not
who,
as
who
many.
are your favorite celebrities in Ghana?
And this is not even about my favorites.
Ah,
you know?
so
So
yes,
let's
Can I
yes,
mention-
mention?
let's
Oh,
mention.
Sarkodie is a celebrity.
Okay.
Impactful,
Celebrity.
emotionally,
Okay.
numerically, numbers-wise, I think Sarkodie is a celebrity.
fiscally,
Like what he
actually.
says carries a lot of weight.
Weight.
You know, he's heavily followed, not just on social media. And the reason I'm saying what he says musically, what he puts out is highly impactful. What he doesn't even say is impactful because
Yeah.
people want him to talk on certain issues when he doesn't talk about those issues. So I can understand that maybe we don't have as many as people might call celebrities, but we do have some celebrities.
I mean, and then there are
Because
the,
somebody can say something right now, it's going to cause a stir.
exactly, and then there are the people that
It's going to cause a big problem.
No,
to
you want me
be
to bring
celebrities.
someone into this conversation as well, but I'm going to hold off that fact. I would have brought in an international act.
No, if
And then juxtapose it in their
I understand
territory
what you're saying,
to
and we have
Sarkodie.
levels.
Yeah,
Like
there are
if we're
levels.
going levels, Cristiano Ronaldo is peaks beyond. Like he pulled down a Coca-Cola bottle and it affected their
Yes,
stock.
their
Now
stock.
that's a different level of celebrity.
Yeah.
But when we bring it, I mean, Ghana is not as big as other countries, right?
Exactly.
We may not be as impactful, but we are impactful to a certain extent. So that's why I get what he's saying. So if you're, if you're taking it there,
yeah.
I mean,
No,
bro.
if you bring in the word relative,
But
But you know, there are also certain people that used to be celebrities when we were growing up, and now they've lost that status because of
Used to
certain
be?
things that they did.
Okay, well.
And now we've kind of like, when
So
their
that's the
names
thing,
come up, people are like,
celebrated.
oh my God.
There's some people who've been out of the limelight for years,
Yes.
but they're
But still,
celebrities.
Still,
Yes.
yes.
That's
Even
the thing.
dead, but they're still.
They're still,
Yes.
look, whenever somebody mentions that's Super Gemini, everybody's like, oh, Daddy Lumba, oh,
Chadwick
you know,
Boseman,
you get.
But
But
now-
if you mention certain people, they're like, oh, it's Massa.
Putting everything we're
Everybody's
saying to the
angry.
side, the world looks at numbers. We can't deny this.
But-
If you can pull people, you're a celebrity.
You're a celebrity.
that's what I'm saying.
Then-
It's changing.
Because if we are going to look at numbers, well, me, I won't see somebody as a celebrity.
Mention.
For example, the gang,
Yeah.
Dulcie, Nyamewa, etc.
Yeah.
If you should put them down, or let's use Poriel's pitch for example.
Yeah.
She held Poriel's pitch and look at the
a lot
number.
of girls were there.
But then I didn't even know her. But they said she's what? A
But
celebrity.
technically, she is.
How is she?
No,
So that's why
technically.
I like,
She'll be
I
a
like,
good
no,
one, yeah.
I like the way she describes it. She says she's a Snapchat.
But technically,
Influencer.
guys, if we're being honest, she is a
She
celebrity.
kind of, because to be able to
It's not she
pull
kind of is,
that
she is
number
a
of
celebrity.
girls-
Dulcie is a
A celebrity
celebrity.
is known by a lot of people or everybody one way or another.
I mean, a lot of people, she has a huge following.
She does.
What she does is very impactful. She can say something or not say certain things and to trigger a lot of people.
Yeah, but this
She's
is where the
celebrated
counter,
by her
this is
fan
where the
base, which is a
counter-
huge fan base.
The counter comes in because a lot of people
You don't
feel
have to
like,
agree with
at
it,
the
but
end
she
of
is
the
a
day, what is
celebrity.
her influence? Because if
Exactly
she's
my point.
influencing the young girls positively or
Or
negatively.
negatively.
That's the thing. she is influencing. Whether you think it is negative or positive, that's up for debate. That's not what we're talking about.
But influencing
she is
not
influencing.
No, but if you influence quickly, if you influence does not mean you're a celebrity. That's why I want to
there's a
come in.
But if you have
There's a
if you have a large impact, whether okay, so I get what you guys are saying, right? Negative or positive. If the negative outweighs the positive,
Yeah.
I get that's when it
Where-
is. Let me give an example, right? People say Cristiano Ronaldo is selfish. He doesn't like the pass the ball. He wants everything for himself. People see that as negative.
Yeah.
But you can't take away the fact that he's very impactful. What he says makes an impact. Again, negative and positive, up for debate. I understand that if the negative outweighs the positive, you will not be celebrated. But in today's world, we can run away from everything and be nice and say, oh man, you are speaking for the people. Don't see influencers, dancers are celebrities. Did you see this guy on stage with Kim Promise? It was crazy.
Yeah,
Dance squad lawyers.
Yeah.
But they are celebrated.
They are influencing.
I feel like the bottom line is the celebration. If the person can be celebrated,
Yeah.
they might
The
as
person
well
is
call them a celebrity.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The
I think
celebration
my
means
brother is old
celebrity.
school, and I understand what he's saying. Like he's old school, like bro, like he has to be sensitive.
I'm analog. I'm very analog on this
You
one.
know,
I
Yes,
completely understand, but I mean, this
But-
is a topic that everywhere to dwell on
Right,
it. Eh?
right. Right?
So the next thing on my list is, well, Jason's favorite people, Medical and Fela. I remember when they started, there was a whole issue about it. There were the talks about, oh, you have snatched somebody's man, you have done this. And then we saw that they had gotten married, and they were like, oh, true love does exist. My
And she
goodness.
collapsed at the wedding.
At the wedding, we all said, hey, what is this
boy.
fanatics they are doing to our eyes? Why are they doing that to us? But then we're all happy that at least it wasn't just a relationship. At the end of the day, they had gotten married. They had a beautiful baby girl island. We were there one day, no, then we saw Medica. He has tweeted.
Things happen. Things happen.
Things happen.
Things happen. Relationships go sour sometimes. Things happen, guys. They're not the first. They probably won't be the last.
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
You see, the only reason why it became a conversation was the way things were when they started. From the release of music, your back like plantation, where was the rotation? On points like plantation, baby girl, you deserve a standing ovation. What
Omwada.
happened to
That's
the
his
standing
job,
ovation?
right? That's his job.
It is your scam collect. You see, that is where the problem was.
Okay.
Because me, I understand sometimes when your relationship is out there and then breakups happen, it's very hard to navigate it because you know that people are going to troll you. You're not done dealing with the heartbreak coupled with the trolling that will come with it. And initially, when I saw some of the comments on, I don't know, Twitter is just a vile place.
I don't know how you people
I saw
survive
some
there.
of the tweets and I was like, why are you people acting like you've never had your hearts broken before? Or you've never been in a relationship where you wanted different things and then you decided, okay, you know what, it's mutual, we're going to split. I was going for that argument till somebody drew my attention and was like, it would have been peaceful till somebody decided to come online and then throw runs. See, that's where it becomes a problem. If you were in a relationship, Ed,
Yeah.
and
If he was? Oh, I thought he was. I
It's
thought
a
my
question.
brother was.
Let the
question.
question go on,
if you
I'm
were
sorry,
in a
bro.
relationship and your
You better do the
relationship
same to me.
and your relationship was on social media,
Yeah.
and unfortunately things happen, you break up. If you were going through the heartbreak, how will you deal with the heartbreak and the trolling? Because a lot of people are like, medical should not come online to vent. But you
Yes.
cannot determine how somebody should deal with their heartbreak. Some people cry, some people drink, some people drive around, some people decide not to go to work, you know. Others decide to come and vent on social media. Because to them, social media is their diary. That's where they can write the things that they're feeling inside of them. Do you think the way medical went about it was right?
Well, first of all, personally,
Yeah.
I will not put my relationship on social media.
Hey, shots fired, but okay.
Oh, oh no.
Shots fired, but
So
you
this
calm.
morning, I'm just.
I'm calm.
Let
So
them
I crossed my leg for you.
wear
It's okay.
I've not said anything.
Bro, I told you she was gonna trap you. I promise, I told you she was gonna trap you, bro. I told you.
It's fine.
Bro, I've not said
You
anything.
may continue.
Okay, so that's personal. However, looking at the situation,
Yeah.
I feel there's a little one involved.
Yeah.
Island would grow. The internet does not forget.
Thank goodness. That's the thing.
So that thought that Island would come in 7-8 years' time, start scrolling through social media.
She would definitely see it.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So some of these things you hold back. In as much as everything was on social media, you guys were married. They were married. There are families now involved in everything. So everything should have gone through the family route. When he initially said that, okay, myself and Fela, we ain't no more.
Co-parenting.
We are co-parenting. Everybody kept digging. They kept bouncing it off. Till eventually, chairman broke down and was in bed and then sent us a lovely video. that was the
That was
melting.
the height of it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
You see, so at this point, for me, should have thought about it and stayed off.
Stay off.
And however the two families decided to have dealt with this,
Yeah.
they should have been like that. Okay, cool. We are co-parenting. Anywhere we go, let's agree. We say we are co-parenting, because we've acted for the cameras before.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's just
continue
continue
acting
acting.
for the cameras. Both of us are actors. We've acted together in movies and series. So let's continue acting for the cameras. The part that they brought everything to social media, packing out, moving to another place, I don't
Your
know
sister
where.
is staying with us. You leave.
Cousin.
Police videos from your house. It's not that you were dropping CCTV tapes, so you were dropping,
You were recording
like
it yourself.
dropping those kind of things. For me, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Who knows? I was not there,
Yeah.
but who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe there could have been some salvaging that could have gone on, but this might have just
At this
deepened
point, yeah.
everything. When the things were being packed, the color of the truck that came for the things, we know.
We know everything. At this point, we even know how the entire house looks
Looks
like.
like
The bed
from
looks
the inside.
everything.
It's jumping walls, acting action movies. We're
Why? That versus Wolverine in the house.
see-
But Afi, do you think the way Fela handled it was right? Because she never said anything explicitly. All she did was to release press statements
statements when it was
regarding
necessary.
yeah.
Well, I remember Fela sat in one of these chairs, and was it Mimi or Jay asked her about it, and she said, "I don't want to talk about it." Unlike her husband, who was
Former husband.
sorry, I
Yeah,
better go.
please, so-
Unlike her ex-husband, who was giving us all the gist on social media.
Yeah.
Yes. So I feel she considered her daughter. But okay, no. If Island should come and see this, I don't know like what went on in her head, but I feel she put into consideration the fact that there was a little one involved. So if my baby girl should come and see that, oh, I'm out here talking about her dad like this, irrespective of the fact that we are no longer together, she's still my mother, he's still my father. So you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like come out and
Yeah.
Okay, the social media is your safe space, you can vent and everything. It used to be my safe space.
But it's no longer a safe space.
Until somebody, I know if I mention his name right now, he will beat me through the cameras, knocked me and told me there's not everything you put out there.
Yeah.
So it's something I would like our viewers to know. It's not everything you put out
Yeah.
there for the world
And
to see.
I also need people to understand that many a times, whatever you see on social media is planned, is forged, is fabricated, because before I will post anything, the person has sat down to think about it,
yes.
to fabricate it to suit your taste, so that you can come and engage with the post.
Yes.
For many people, maybe it's not like that. For many people, they're just being very sincere and true to themselves and they are posting. But me, my own like this, I package it very well.
Exactly.
I give it to you as
Settings,
mom.
exactly.
Settings. You get.
So, I don't want to talk about this. I don't like talking about this because I know them personally, and this is their relationship. Like you said, there's a daughter involved, and marriages. I've seen divorces, right?
Yeah.
And see, it's the worst thing. You should never wish a divorce on anyone because it's more impactful on the kids, even than the
people
parents.
involved,
You know,
yeah.
there's families and things. But one thing is, even away from what people are saying about medical, right? And what he did and people bashing that he was putting this out there. Before that, I'd seen so many videos, countless videos. And after that, countless videos of men coming on social media to talk about their issues and about their problems because they feel like they're not heard. Again, not to their situation specifically, because I wouldn't like to see my sister and my brother's relationship out there with their kid. But I don't know if it's a defense mechanism, if again it's because men feel like they're not heard, because a man is never truly believed when it comes to legal issues like this, right? So sometimes, in as much, again, as we love for these family issues to be personal and kept to chest, and again, if it is a woman who's being abused, if it is a man who feels like he's going through or is going to face legal issues, and this feels like he's the way for him to vent, what is there to be said to that? Because he may feel he may not be believed. I'm not saying to their situation, right? But I've seen so many videos right now. I go online, you see men being hit by their wives. You see men where they have their wives screaming on them. You see women, right, running away from men, holding their videos, their cameras, holding their phones, just because they need evidence to say what I was saying was true. Now, the thing is, when it is put out, it is never going to look nice. When it is put out that we're having an issue, there's no way it's going to look nice, right? If me and her are having an argument, how does an argument look nice? And the other problem is, when it is put out, it is set to public opinion. Do you agree or do you disagree? So I feel like heavily, it is because people feel like they don't have an outlet. So a broader conversation needs to be had to, if you're going through this, what is the right channel? What do you do next? Because the quiet person may not necessarily be right or wrong. The loud person now in today's world may not necessarily be right or wrong. So I feel that maybe in the heat of the moment, he felt like, look, I feel like I'm being
because in one
cornered.
of his videos, he even mentioned that, you people, you see, at the quarter for evidence,
You
at
see?
the quarter.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that fella being quiet was necessarily a bad thing, but maybe she felt like, okay, maybe I have more to say at a later date or a better way. So I just, you know, it's out there. It's not nice. It's not fun. Everybody's talking about it. There's a kid involved. It shouldn't be so. I know them personally. And sometimes when you see them in person, we downplay how much they actually go through for it to be out there. You know, we just talk about it. Oh, these are two. Trust me, it's not a nice thing. So a broader conversation needs to be had when things like these are put out. And again, we live in a very judgmental world. Everybody's going to say what they say. Oh, you did this, you did that. But hopefully they can just sort it out and it can just
better
be...
sorted it out.
Yeah.
But it brings a broader conversation. Broader conversation about having...
Let it be known that our director and producer, today I'm not in there so I can bash him. Our producer is not good.
It brings about a broader conversation on counselors and psychologists.
Yes.
Because
Wow, that was heavy.
The way she went like, yes.
What is going on?
What's going on?
Because
I like what it's
somebody made a statement just last week, and he said our counseling system in Ghana needs to be upgraded and updated.
Honestly. I've gone through therapy before.
For real?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a therapist, right? Therapy is about understanding and conversation. Now, I'm not licensed. Please don't say that I'm licensed. I'm not. But I can help out.
I don't do therapy sessions. But I've gone through therapy before. And if you want really good therapy, you need to pay for it. You need to pay for it. And you get the best one.
Did you get the results you wanted?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I'm not mad. I'm not in a psycho ward, so it's fine.
In as much as you need to pay for it, I believe that we downplay mental health a lot in this part of the world.
Yes, we do.
Especially when it comes to marriage.
We do.
Because I saw this. God, I'm tearing up. I saw this, and then she's like, her husband beats her. She went to the police station, and then the woman there said, "Say where do you fear some?" Now,
No, I mean,
marriages
yeah,
are hard.
yeah, these
So
things-
endure.
You see, I
Why
don't
would
know
the
why
police-
they continue with that narrative. Marriages are hard. I have
Enough
seen
of-
marriages that are not that hard. That even when it is hard, they're able to talk about it. They take it serious.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Marriages are hard, but certain lines shouldn't be crossed.
Yes.
Exactly.
A relationship is difficult. Even a working relationship can be difficult.
Of course.
When I want to give her a hug, she says no. I get emotional. Probably I need therapy.
You need
But you
that.
need therapy. But you see, the thing is, one thing I've seen about life is you have to know things are going to happen, but how do you deal with
How
it?
do you deal with it?
I was speaking earlier about bullies, right? The world is always going to have bullies.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you get off social media? Do you make yourself tougher? Do you move yourself from the environment? Do you face the person head on? These are conversations that need to be had. So for what she's saying, it is happening. How do you help her deal with it?
With
But
it.
if you throw her back in the fire, that's
Then-
not a solution.
Look, and we sometimes I just feel like I don't know if it's the traditional way or it's just people just don't want to help. The last time somebody posted on Twitter that they just did their HIV/AIDS test and it's positive. They know this, that, this, and I'm like, why do you people act like if the person touches you, cry, you get the HIV? What is wrong with you people? We have gotten to a point where if somebody is doing something that we feel like this is out of the ordinary, let's troll the person.
Yeah.
And I don't see the fun in it. Whether it has to do with breakups, somebody can even post that I didn't get this job. Then you see people in the comments laughing. What is funny? Why are
So
you
it's
laughing?
two things. As I was saying, either you put it out there and you deal with it, or you just don't.
You just don't. But you see, sometimes it's hard to
Yes,
deal with things.
sometimes it's difficult. So we have to accept that there are repercussions. I mean, guys, that's the world. It's not nice.
Yeah.
It's not fair. But
But
how do you deal with it? So we have to talk to people on how to deal with it, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're depressed, go to the gym, bro. Talk to somebody.
So who do
They're
you talk
talking-
to? So you
The
talk
gym
to
instructor.
a
I watch
psychologist.
YouTube videos and go to the gym.
No, you need
So
a psychologist and a counselor to talk to.
So if that's what you need,
Yeah.
then you do that. Like
But
she
you
said.
know-
Exactly.
I'm
And that's
very
what you
sorry, but then I realized something. The counselors, they serve them a problems past one own.
And some of them
No,
are very
some.
judgmental. Because
Exactly.
I remember at the
Very.
time that I had to go for therapy, and this is a medical therapist. The first person I spoke to, the first question, and it was a woman. The first question she asked me was, "Hey, where do you send I in the short so when you move?" And I was just
Wowza.
13 or 14 years old.
Wowza.
That day I came out of the office crying. My father took one look at me and said, "Nah, we're going to a different hospital." And the person I spoke to first was a public hospital, and we spoke to somebody from a private hospital. I mean, you're going to
That
pay for it,
conversation comes
but
in.
it was better. There wasn't any. I didn't feel
Charlie, bring God
judged.
in your life, man. It helps out.
Jason, when was the
Yes.
last time you went to church?
So I say bring God.
No, but no.
Now you support my
No,
statement.
hold on, Jason. I've got a defense for
Bruh.
you. Yeah. If you go to church
Yeah.
and you don't go to church,
Uh-huh.
in as much as going to church is part of being a Christian,
Yeah.
if you do not go to church, it does not make you.
I mean, I do agree with it
no,
because
you
it's been
see,
a year
next
since I went to
story,
church.
please. Next story.
It's been a while I went to church.
Next
But
story.
my own, I have a reason, and I'm able to do the things that I want to do.
We keep
but
on-
Jason like this, he doesn't.
No, but
do
church is good. I think it's good.
Church is
You
great.
guys,
Church is
you
great.
guys.
A fellowship is
we,
good.
We,
Yeah.
we have Ghanaians have developed this mindset that even if I don't go to church, I can sit in the house and worship God.
And worship
Not
God.
necessarily Ghanaians, but people have started developing
Yeah.
that mindset. Let's put it there. That in as much as you can sit in your house and worship,
worship
God,
God.
even the Bible says, "Where 2 or 3
I
are
agree.
gathered in my name,
100%.
My
I am
presence.
present." So
Now, wait.
fellowship is necessary.
Fellowship
is
is
very
necessary.
important.
We are now agreeing that we are moving forward in the digital space. Now churches are coming.
So you want
digital.
online?
That is fellowship digitally.
You
What
want
do you know?
Edmund
No.
and
If we are supposed, you see,
Ashley.
if we go by the Bible, Jason will tell me I'm old school. I'm analog. You know I'm analog.
Small
Just go to the
analog.
next story.
Let's go to the
Next
next
story that
story.
we leave said
Ghana
now.
Music Awards. Telecel Ghana Music Awards. The categories. Artist of the Year. Everybody was rooting for somebody. I'm not going to say who I was rooting for because the person I was rooting for didn't even get it. Make a comment. Oh, a special mention to Irabna. Irabna was fighting us at work. Oh my God, Kim promised him. And then we saw the outcome. Was it right? No, I'm starting with Jason because you're the one that does MX Live. And you speak to these artists. Prior to Ghana Music Awards, you've had sessions with both artists before. And I don't want to say in your opinion, but from the conversations that you've had with these people and from the conversations that had gone on before the Telecel Ghana Music Awards, did we award the right person?
Okay, so the thing is, even though I have artists I'm fans of, right? When it comes to something like this, I have to be very objective.
Yes.
Now, no award scheme in the world is going to end where every single person is happy.
It's happy, yes.
From the Grammys to the BETs to the TGMAs to the three, it is never going to happen. But usually the problem is when there is too much leaning or a public opinion leaning into one side and it doesn't go their way. That also happens.
Yeah.
But with this one, it was actually a good problem. Now, hear me out. Now, this is a case where we have two artists, very different artists. I mean, they both sing, but focus on two very different genres who are competing, who are in the same space, whose fans are saying they were closely contending. I would say that's a good problem, right?
Yeah.
We can have just one artist who is like, oh, everybody knows he should win. Oh, yes.
Yes.
That artist obviously will be happy about it, but for the industry as a whole, it's actually a good thing. Now, the thing is, unfortunately for us, we're in a space where, as we're saying, do you look at these things from an emotional point of view where, oh, this song was impactful because I was hearing it on radio, I was hearing this, or this person, this next person, not even talking about them specifically, but this person says, I had the most streams, even though nobody heard my music.
But I had
Now,
a
who
lot
do
of
we
streams.
actually go for? And this is going to be a conversation that is always going to be there.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm saying this is, in a year, we have another award scheme that's doing very well. That's the Three Music Awards.
Music, yeah.
We saw where, at a point in time, one artist won the Artist of the Year at the VGMAs then, and the Three Music Awards Artist of the Year, that same year, a different artist won at that time. So what do we say? Is it based off their criteria? Is it based off what the fans want? Is it based off, oh, we are looking at numbers, he sold this, he dropped this year, he did this then? Is it based off the emotion? Oh, this song touched these many people emotionally. Or maybe this song didn't sell, but Janet Jackson was listening to it on a video. So even though the music is getting out there to the people, it's made the conversation more difficult. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, like, who do you choose? Who do you pick? But from a fan of music, from a person who talks about music, who talks to this artist, this is a good problem to have. Because your artist is not going to win. And I even think we should have like 3-4 artists.
Yeah.
Right? Who are in that space saying,
That will
oh, this
drive the
person is to win.
conversation,
Yaa Bitha is for this. Irabna is for that.
Yeah.
You're for this. But the thing is, we can't avoid these conversations now.
conversations.
And we need more of it.
And I
We need
honestly
more of
don't
it.
think that Kim Promise should even feel sad about that because at the end of the day, he still walked home with some awards. And this just tells you that if he puts in twice the work he did last year, the next year the story might be different. He may get nominated again, and this time he might walk away. I mean, we've seen stories where I remember Kiddy. There was a time he was nominated for Artist of the Year. He didn't get it.
I'll be back.
That's normal.
He said, I'll be back. I'll be back.
mean,
And truly,
yeah.
he came back.
Yeah.
He came back.
I mean, like, how do we even
get
look at
it?
awards now, right? Like, when you're sitting there and saying, this is an award, I'm giving it to you, how do we look? We're just talking about, oh, impact, who is a celebrity, who is not a celebrity. If we have Influential Awards 2024, how do we judge these things? For me, I look at it like, and I think every artist, it will be beneficial to you to look at it like this is, it's not mine. If they give it to me, I take it. If they don't give it to me, I don't take it.
That's fine.
Tupac never won a Grammy, but he's the most impactful, in my eyes, the most impactful even off camera, away from music, for the things he said, for the fights he fought. So many great people never won awards. History doesn't award so many powerful people. And by power, I don't mean by who had numbers, but based off the things they
But
said.
every day, these people's
Right?
names are mentioned.
So I think it's a very dicey space we're in. It's a very dicey space we're
Well,
in, and it's going to carry on like
there was
this.
an outrage though on the Ghana Music Awards night. after the Artist of the Year was announced, they were like, what? Hey, there. And it's always funny when you're reading the Twitter because it's so funny. Somebody's like, oh, this one they still is I give out. They still is I give out.
Right. But the fans will always be
you don't
the
know.
fans.
And this, look, I voted. They gave us the link to vote for your favorite artist. So you do that. But if your favorite artist doesn't win, next year we move.
You know you can vote. Please, I'm not saying that that's what happened. You can vote, but the one I'll mention is not. The one is up to me.
Be like, hey, I remember some years ago, people used to have those conversations over the Grammys because we thought that people actually voted. We didn't know that it's a whole school. So you know, Master, go sit somewhere. No, be you the votes. So sometimes you hear of the Grammy nomination and you're like, where the Rihanna Befa. Then you go there, stay last week. Then you're like, I don't understand. We are not part of them. So
I mean, sometimes it's a landslide where like, this person should win.
Because I remember when Billie Eilish swept a lot of awards and people were like, but she just came. Hey, you don't know. You don't know.
So yeah.
But
it is what it is, I
these
guess.
are some of these were the top trendiest issues that happened in the last,
7 months?
7 months, yeah. I mean, August just started, so 7 months.
I mean, you're not married yet, so it's not part of the stories. Because your wedding is going to be like...
Jason,
I mean, bro, that's family.
Anytime Jason decides to my wedding.
Anytime Jason decides to talk, we are all
tired.
You see, that's celebrity,
But
impactful
guys,
saying.
it's still the AM Club live with, I mean, it's the Founders Day edition. It's a fun, we've had a fun day, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we have.
You see, we're reenacting the spirit of JKD and Mimi. So.
We have to do what they do in like their montage.
But guys,
We do everything they do.
Please. That is it for Lifestyle Daily. We're wrapping up and getting ready for the plug. Like I told you before, there's somebody coming on here. We're going to have a fun conversation with him. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.